So my Retroid Pocket Nova just arrived today, and I'm going to do a quick unboxing and just give some initial impressions. I've been excited about this thing since it was announced, and I'm really looking forward to having a small device that I can play retro systems on, 4x3 games. I have a Portal and a Thor that I mostly use for higher end stuff. And so, yeah, I just want to know, is this going to be great for PS1, N64, GameCube, PS2, and kind of use it just as an adjunct to those other devices I have. I got the ice blue. I'm really excited to see if the transparent looks good. I was so torn between the colors. I think they all look great, and with the ability to change the buttons and sticks and customize the device, it's kind of exciting. And it was a hard decision. We got the regular stuff in the box. I don't really need more of those materials, but let's check it out. So it's one of those things, you get a device, you're excited to get the device, you wait a long time for it to come, it ships, and you kind of build anticipation, and it's always fun to see whether what your idea of the device is actually turns out to be the case. So I just wanted to give some spontaneous impressions, and then I'll make like a proper impressions video, shortly after I am able to test the device more. But just right off the bat, this color looks really awesome. Blue and green are my favorite colors. This does have a more greenish hue, and probably my choice of background wasn't very good, but I like how it looks blue, but also green kind of at the same time. And I'm not doing a very good job of filming and talking, so I apologize. But, my initial thought is that I like how the device looks. I like the color a lot. So if you're excited for this color option, I think that you won't be disappointed when it actually arrives. And, in my head, I was going over, Crystal, 16-bit. Those are two that I was deciding between. And I'm definitely happy with this one. Just in terms of weight, it feels like it's a good weight. It's definitely not too heavy, but it's not light. It feels solid, and it feels premium. It looks really beautiful. The screen looks a little larger than I was expecting, so I think this is going to be potentially pretty good for what it's supposed to do. Let's see the buttons here. And they're not super clacky. There's, a little clack to them, but nothing like the ABXY on the Portal, which is my favorite device. I like that the triggers, especially R2 and L2, have a nice curvature to them. I'm used to the AY and Thor, and the R2 and L2 on that leave a little to be desired. So right off the bat, this feels pretty nice. The sticks, even though they're pretty small, they feel okay. I'm not a big fan of these small sticks. I like the larger textured sticks that you can get on the Portal. So if I'm using sticks for this, I might even swap to something like that, or maybe an option on Etsy. And honestly, right off the bat, I do kind of notice what people are saying with the sharpness of the D-pad. I think Retro Game Core was saying that it's not painful, and I don't know if he would say that it was necessarily like sharp, but yeah, you can feel whatever they're talking about, you can feel that. So it'll be interesting. I did get replacement parts, so I'm gonna do a swap to kind of compare how that feels. But the D-pad itself, it feels good. It's got some give. It's kind of like the newer Retroid style D-pads with almost a little bit more give to it. So I like how it feels to actually move and click, but I kind of see what people are saying with the kind of, I guess, sharpness to the edge of the D-pad. And I do have replacement back plates as well. Really interested to see how it feels in hand, but I mean, just holding your hands like this, this feels pretty comfy. Obviously, I'm not playing a game, but just right off the bat, I like the feel of it. It's got a good weight and the weight's distributed well. It doesn't feel overly dense in any area. Do a little size comparison here. There's the Thor. I was talking about these leaving something to be desired. You can see here, it's a nice trigger. The Portal. Here's the Portal's clacky buttons. So there's the size. Yeah, so the first initial impressions are, I love the color. I like the way that it feels in the hand. The weight seems to be distributed well. I'm really excited about the screen. It looks big, and I like that the screen takes up most of the space of the device. So, you know, it's almost like it feels like it's largely screen, which I do like. So the lack of black bars combined with that should be a pretty good experience for 4.3 systems. So those were my initial impressions. I'm really excited to spend a few more days testing the device, playing different sorts of games. I'm gonna do a shell swap, experiment with some different color options, add the curved back end, and just, you know, do some testing and then make a more thorough first impressions type video. So if there's anything in particular you want to see or for me to test, please let me know. And thanks for watching.